Hey, what's going on? My name is Dalton. I am 24 years old and I'm going to be a millionaire. Yep, that's right. I said it. You guys can hold me accountable. I am 99.9% sure that I will become a millionaire. I already have the path laid out. I'm going to show it to you in this video, talk about exactly how I'm going to get there. And I just want to say that not only can I become a millionaire, I believe that most other people out there, especially if you're taking your finances seriously, you're watching this video, you can likely become a millionaire too. I'll be talking all about it in this video, and I just want to get it off my chest up front. I know that me personally, I am a lot more fortunate than many other people out there. I've got a support system in place that allows me to save money. I've been living at home for a while. Again, I'm 24 years old, so I'm newly out of college. I've got a long road ahead of me, and that's honestly what allows me to say with certainty that I will become a millionaire. I've got a lot of time on my side, and if you're getting older, right, you're approaching the ages of retirement, or even, in your 40s, 50s, there's still time for you to establish yourself and figure out how to save or add more income onto your current stream to be able to become a millionaire. And the thing is, at the end of the day, $1 million now, it doesn't get you as far as $1 million did, 10, 20 years ago. So even though I'm going to become a millionaire, I don't plan on stopping at $1 million. I want to keep going and establishing myself, but I'm going to show you exactly how I'm doing it right now in this video. What I'm going to do up front, I want to show you a few of the values of my investment accounts just to make sure you understand. I'm not just making up these numbers, pulling them out of thin air, and then calculating them. I want to let you know I got stake in the game. This is exactly what I'm doing, and just show you that I'm serious about this. So I'm going to open a few different accounts here. Right now, you can see this is my Robinhood investing account. It sits around $21,600. My next account that I'm going to open up is Webull Investing. If I go into Webull here, go into my account, you can see it sits right around $8,000. Now, if I go into M1 Finance, my next portfolio, this also houses my Roth IRA. If I look at the account value here, you can see it's around $11,000. And then another account that I have that I've discussed on this channel before is Acorns Investing, which currently sits at $3,111. I also have a 401k that I haven't really showed on this channel. I don't have it accessible super easily on my phone, but let's just round up. And though I have more than probably $50,000 invested, let's just say as of right now, 24 years old, I have $50,000 in the stock market. All right, so all is good and well with that. About $50,000. Aside from flexing on you guys, why did I show you those numbers? Well, it actually helps with the calculation. So what I'm going to do, pop back over here. I'm actually going to open up this Google right here, this Google search that I put in, where I just searched investment calculator. It's really easy to find this. If you click on the first link, it's going to take you to this website right here. This is going to show you exactly how to reach your desired return by a certain age. So let's say that the starting amount here for me is $50,000, which is a really good start. And let's say I'm retiring at age 59. You guys know that I want to retire a lot younger than that, but so 35 years from now, when I'm 59, I want to retire. Now, a fairly decent return on the stock market, what you can expect annually is around 8%. So I'm going to do an 8% return annually on the stock market, and I have been contributing about $100 every single week. So that averaged out about $400 a month. And again, that's going to increase in the future as my income increases. But so additional contribution will do $400 at the beginning of each month. Now let's see how much I would have at age 59. So I'm going to go ahead and click calculate. And you can see at age 59, I would have $1.6 million to retire right off into the sunset on. And again, $1 million doesn't go nearly as far as it did 10, 20 years ago. So a lot of times you're going to need well over $1 million to feel comfortable with retirement. And again, I don't think I'm necessarily going to retire. I feel like I'm always going to be of the mindset of needing to do something. But what's interesting is just looking at the breakdown of this. You can see exactly how the money comes to be. Your investment, your starting amount down here in blue, and your total contributions are in black. So you can see it compounds pretty quickly. You got the annual schedule down here. So when you start right now, we're at $50,000 this month. I'll invest $400, so $50,400, and then you can see each year about how much money you would have. Now again, this isn't guaranteed, but this is assuming you're getting an 8% return. Now, as my income increases, I definitely plan to continue increasing the amount that I'm investing. So $400 every single month, you know, I could pretty easily double that if my income continues to increase to $800. My plan is to keep my living standards, relatively low so I can continue adding more and more to it. So let's see, just a $400 difference every single month by age 59, I'd have nearly $2.5 million. So there's definitely ways to get there. Now, if I were to increase that a lot higher or get a different return, you can just, you can change the numbers here. So let's say I was really good with investing, picking the right ETFs, the right stocks. I got a 12% return. I'm still investing $800. Wow, $7 million by age 59. That is absolutely crazy. Now, you guys know my journey on this channel is to reach financial independence. And I truly believe that with $1 million, I'd be in a really solid spot. So let's say 16 years from now, when I'm 40 years old, I want to have $1 million, and I'll go back down to that 8% return. I'm going to click calculate. So if I were to just invest the $800, which is double what I'm investing now, I'd only have about half of what I need. But let's just keep upping this value. If I'm able to invest $1,000 a month, which is $12,000 every single year, which honestly is very attainable. You'll notice that I've invested over that the past few years. So if I do $1,000 every single month, I'd have $550,000 in 16 years. And I believe that I could do as much as $2,000 a month and get all the way up to $930,000 in 16 years. It all depends on what situation you're at, where you're at in life, how much you can contribute, and do you put in extra work. So not only do I work a 9-to-5 job to establish a majority of the income that I have, but I've also been building out this YouTube channel, trying to talk about financial education and just break down the barriers to the stock market and investing. And I hope videos like this help you visualize, not only is it attainable for me, but it's attainable for so many people out there. You just need to have the right long-term mindset behind it. And so, though it gets intimidating, you just got to keep in mind and look at your numbers, break it down. Are you maximizing everything you can do? If you work your butt off the next 10 years and then never have to work again, you take on side hustles, you take on extra jobs, businesses, what have you, is it worth it for you to grind it out so that way you can reap the benefits and retire and do exactly what you want? My investment strategy is to tackle dividend investments, and these companies will pay you just for holding the stocks. And if I have enough coming in dividends to cover my expenses, it doesn't even matter really how much I have invested. If that's the case, just as long as I can cover my expenses, I can live financially free and be able to do all the things that I want to do. That is my overall goal. I know that one day I will get there, and I feel like I'm going to get there a lot sooner than most other people just because of the drive and the mindset that I have behind it. Now, I just want to show you guys real quick. I talk about that 8% return. I say it's easy. Well, what do you actually do to get that 8% return? And I can't tell you exactly what to do. I'm not a financial advisor, and I need to say that in pretty much every single video. Don't sue me. But basically, I'm going to show you guys the portfolios that we looked at before. This is Robinhood investing. This is where a majority of those dividend investments I hold are. You're going to notice as I scroll down, if you are a dividend investor or you're looking to get into the category, a lot of these stocks are well-known companies, very established ones that are there for the long term, financially backed, and most of these will be held in a lot of different dividend portfolios. So Realty Income is a really solid one. Johnson & Johnson is another great one. What happens with these companies is you actually get a return on the market from them. So you can see I'm up $214, 12% from Johnson & Johnson, but every quarter Johnson & Johnson pays me a dividend. So with 11.75 shares, if I scroll down, there should be a history section, and you can see every about 4 months I'm getting around $12 from Johnson & Johnson in dividend payments. What I do with those dividend payments is reinvest them into Johnson & Johnson, and hopefully while the company is growing, the dividend reinvested, it's going to grow not only from the market, but also it's going to add to the next dividend dividend payment and continue growing in that way. So that's kind of one of the reasons why I love dividend investing. But don't get me wrong, growth is really important too. And you guys know that as an investor, one of the things that you're trying to do is actually beat the overall market. So I'm investing in what is known as VTI, Vanguard's total stock market ETF here, which essentially traces the market. And you can see over the past year, this is up 42%. This pays a low dividend. I believe it's about 1.32% right now, according to Robinhood. But if you look at this over the past 5 years, it's been up 107%. So I say, hey, you want to get around an 8% return. This is a really good ETF to look at because let's go ahead and pop open the calculator here. If you go into the calculator and you do 107 divided by 5 annually, you're looking at a 21.4% return. So if you started, 5 years ago into this investment, you'd be looking pretty good. And just to show you guys, let's take a quick look at my Roth IRA, which I'm in right now in M1 Finance. That's pretty much the biggest holding in this. I'm up 6% on VTI, where I have $4,700 invested in. So not only do I invest in really solid dividend companies, I do have some growth companies as well. I'm not very narrow-minded in the eyes of, I can't get a decent return from growth. Growth a lot of times is the route to go. But if you take a look at my growth portfolio right now, it is down 15%. And that's because it's tech heavy. Tech gets hammered, and that's what's going on there. So a lot of the times I've seen a much better return from my long-term dividend investments. Anyways, guys, I hope you did enjoy the video. I hope you took something away. And if you did, it would really mean a lot if you click the like button. I will see you all at $1 million. We'll be sitting on the beach, sipping some Coronas and having a good time. So thank you so much for checking out the video, and have a great day. I always forget how nice iPhones look without the case on. Maybe one day I'll have enough money to not need a case, but until then, I think I'm gonna stick it out.